Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm the Meister and welcome back to Greater Timbukton for episode 47 of the series. Holy crap guys, we're almost at episode 50, I can't believe it. It's been more than 3 years, well not 3 years, it's been about 2 years since we've started the Timbukton region. Already 2 years, but yeah, that is, it's pretty interesting. So in this episode guys, we're going to be developing the domestic regional terminal in Timbukton International Airport. It's going to be pretty unique because Timbukton is a sort of regional hub for its entire surroundings. So for its size, Timbukton is going to have a really large airport because a large part of it is going to be a regional hub. So you're going to find like a lot of Q400s, such as you see on the screen now, a lot of like 737s and A321s, those types of airplanes. But this specific terminal does not have any jetways. It is only little walkways and stuff that you have to go outside to walk up into your plane. In this episode as well, we go a little bit more heavy on the detailing side. And I'm playing around with a lot of new props and stuff that I've never played around with before, such as these lines right here, these taxiway lines here. And most of what I'm going to use today in terms of props is made by the same creator. I think his name is spelled Vazimir. I'm not even sure. But a lot of his airport stuff is really well made. He has like this super huge airport props pack on the workshop. I can link it down below. But if you're looking to build an airport in your city, I highly recommend downloading that pack as it contains everything that you would most likely need. Such as these lines right here, these parking gate lines. I'm not even sure what the specific term is for these, but they're really nice. And they cater to almost any type of plane that you could ever imagine. So these lines here are specific for little regional planes such as Q400s, CRJs. I think that's it really, but yeah, that's it's really neat, the stuff that you can find on the workshop now, and really dive into some heavy realism. But one thing I gotta talk about guys, this is the first Timbukton episode in 2020, but I was super close to not having any episodes whatsoever of Timbukton ever again. But luckily I recovered from that issue and Timbukton is good to go for however long it wants to go for. So over the holidays, I had some problems with my game one morning. I woke up, booted up City Skylines, loaded up Timbukton, and the game was just crashing. Nothing had changed on my computer. I had not subscribed to any new assets or mods. No changes to my computer. It might have done some updates, I'm not sure. But Timbukton would no longer load. Every other save that I had would load just fine. Everything was good. Chanov stock. If you haven't checked it out guys, I highly suggest you do. It's my new City Skyline series based in Russia. But anyways, that save would load up just fine, just not Timbukton. But yeah, it was super strange and I started to become scared, like, oh, what if the Timbukton save is corrupt and it won't load up ever again? And I'm just diving into some super interesting stuff now. But after hours and hours of troubleshooting and after much help from the City Skylines community, I was able to recover my save. I'm not exactly sure what happened to it in the end. I think I must have had a broken asset or something. I just resubscribed to a whole bunch of assets and stuff that I had subscribed to last, and it eventually fixed itself, but that whole ordeal took like 3 weeks. I was busy during the holidays and all that, and I didn't have enough time to properly troubleshoot the city, but all is good now. I recovered it. The game is running fantastic. I've actually upgraded my computer too. I've just added, I've doubled my RAM. I now run off of 32 gigabytes. But I'm looking to probably update my system again this year, doing a complete new build, because my computer is almost like 5 years old now and it's starting to show its age a little bit, and I just want something that has a little bit more performance. So probably within the next year, once all the house stuff is settled in, I'll do a nice upgrade. But yeah, that's just my little story of Timbukton's survival of a crazy ordeal. So anyways, what's going on now, guys, in the game? Right now, I'm plopping down some airport roads, as they're referred to, and we're heading our way on to, well, over here is going to be the international terminal, where you'll find much bigger planes, but that is going to happen next episode. For now, we're just going to focus in this little corner here along this narrow terminal. So yeah, we're going to detail this up nice and neat. I'm not going to completely finish it just yet, as I want to detail like the minute stuff, such as like cracks and stuff, and the tiles and whatever you would find on the tarmac. Once we have the entire airport done, because I don't want to go crazy in this terminal just yet and then have to move on to the next one and do all the same detail work. I'd rather just finish all the terminals and then detail the taxiways and all that afterwards. So it might look a little bare and plain at the end of this episode, but for now I think it looks pretty decent. But right here, guys, is another example as to why this huge airport pack is super useful. I mean, just look at all the props and stuff you can find, all these little luggage carts and the baggage handling conveyors, or whatever you call those. But Vasimer, I'm just gonna call him that, has thought of absolutely everything you would need. So it's pretty amazing. Even like these fuel trucks, he's even included the little fuel lines that go up under the wings of airplanes, so that is really nice. But as you can see, guys, even just plopping down all these little carts and stuff, it really brings the place to life. But so far, I'm having a ton of fun with building Timbukton Airport. I can't wait to continue on to the other terminals. So I don't have a definitive plan for the whole airport, but I'm thinking of doing 2 main terminals. So 1, the domestic one we're working on right now, and 2, the international terminal, where you're gonna find much bigger planes. So that is probably to come in the next episode, but it's gonna be pretty interesting. It's a quite large airport, and it's gonna be a pretty extensive project. But anyways, guys, that is it for this episode. Please stay tuned for the cinematics at the end, as I think you'll be quite impressed. They're not very long, but it just gives you a nice overview of what the whole area looks like so far. And you'll see, we're going to progress pretty quick in building this airport. It is out of town, so it's kind of going to be like, the airport's going to be nice and built up, and then there's going to be a huge empty space before getting back into Timbukton. So we'll have to fill that gap eventually with some suburbs and malls and whatever you would typically find on outskirts of American and Canadian cities. But yeah, that is all for today, guys. I really appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, like I said, guys, go check out my new series, Chernovstok. It's a Russian city based in 1979 during Soviet times. So I think you guys would find that pretty interesting. But go on and check that out. So until the next episode, guys, please take care.